it is into this situation that Jesus speaks. As before, his hearers are the poor, if anyone would sue you. They share a rankling hatred for a system that subjects them to humiliation by stripping them of their lands, their goods, and finally even their outer garments. Why then does Jesus counsel them to give over their undergarments as well? This would mean stripping off all their clothing and marching out of court stark naked. They didn't have jockey underwear, folks. It was two items of clothing, the outer and the inner. But nakedness was taboo in Judaism. And shame fell less on the naked party rather than on the person viewing or causing the nakedness. Remember the story of Noah. Noah was naked and drunk, and the son looked upon his father's nakedness, and the son was cursed. The son, not the father. By stripping, the debtor has then brought shame on the creditor. There stands the creditor, covered with shame, the poor debtor's outer garment in one hand, his undergarment in the other. The tables have suddenly been turned on the creditor. The debtor had no hope of winning the case. The law was entirely in the creditor's favor. But the poor man has transcended this attempt to humiliate him. He has risen above shame. At the same time, he has registered a stunning protest against the system that created his debt. He has said, in effect, "You want my robe? Here, take everything. Now you've got all I have except my body. Is that what you'll take next?" Imagine the debtor leaving court naked. His friends and neighbors aghast inquire, "What happened?" He explains. They join his growing procession, which now resembles a victory parade. This is guerrilla theater, folks. The entire system by which debtors are oppressed has been publicly unmasked. The creditor is revealed to be not a legitimate moneylender, but a party to the reduction of an entire social class to landlessness and destitution. This unmasking is not simply punitive, however, since it offers the creditor a chance to see, perhaps for the first time in his life, what his practices cause and to repent. The powers that be literally stand on their dignity. Nothing deflates them more effectively than deft lampooning. By refusing to be awed by their power, the powerless are emboldened to seek the initiative, even where structural change is not immediately possible. This message, far from counseling an unattainable otherworldly perfection, is a practical, strategic measure for empowering the oppressed. It's being lived out all over the world today by previously powerless people ready to take their history into their own hands, even if it costs them their lives. Tom Fox. Shortly before the fall of political apartheid in South Africa, police descended on a squatters' camp that they had long wanted to demolish. They gave the few women there 5 minutes to gather their possessions, and then the bulldozers would level the shacks. The women, apparently sensing the residual puritanical streak in rural Afrikaners, stripped naked before the bulldozers. The police turned and fled. Last I heard, that camp still stands. Jesus is, but the difference is that they're now getting electricity and water. Oh, you're right, thanks. Could I have the help of 2 more volunteers? Ann and Brian.
He said he'd pay me back in 3 months, but nothing ever happens. And now I'm getting a little tired of this, and I need my money. And really, when are you going to pay?
Well, what she says is true, but I've been sick. My wife just had another baby, and the flocks just run amok. And I'm working as hard as I can. I mean, I just can't give another ounce. I don't,
Have you paid her anything at all?
I have nothing to pay her.
You can't give her something right now, this morning?
Well, I mean, I can give this, but it's cold at night, and if I give this, I won't have much. But
the law requires this. You have to. She has to give it to you again every night.
So you just come to my house, at 9 p.m. and I'll give it back. And then you can come and, and then you'll bring it back to me at 9 a.m. the next morning.
it's cold out
it'll be
there,
okay.
though. I mean,
You should have thought of that before you took the loan. You knew that it gets cold every night.
Well, I mean, if you're going to take the jacket, you might as well take this too. If you're going to need this.
No. That's not required.
No, well, I know it's not required, but you might as well take this. Okay, so take this with you, and I'll walk. In fact, I won't walk. You'll need this one. In fact, here. I won't even know what time to come. But
You gotta know what time to come. You have to know what time to come.
You'll need to hold something up with this, because I won't need these either.
You can imagine the people in the crowd responding the way you've been responding. This is funny. I want those. Jesus' teaching on nonviolence provides a hint of how to take on the entire system by unmasking its essential cruelty and burlesquing its pretensions to justice. Those who listen will no longer be treated as sponges to be squeezed dry by the rich. They can accept the law as they stand, push them to absurdity, and reveal them for what they are. They can strip naked, walk out before their fellows, and leave the creditors and the whole economic edifice that they represent stark naked.